Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Nitrad or James and Brady or the whatever the heck podcast. Doing something a little exciting. I thought last month when we just kind of did it audio only, it just wasn't terribly exciting because we usually kind of see us, and I felt like the body language wasn't there. I felt like the energy was a bit low.
Yeah.
I drank a bunch of coffee this morning, so I got a little zing in me, and we're doing a podcast in Animal Crossing. I kind of thought it was a dumb idea at first, but I mentioned it to Brady, and then you said,
I also was like, I had that idea, but I was like, I felt discouraged because I thought it sounded stupid, and you were going to be like, no, that's dumb. And then
yeah,
you're
like
like,
I felt the
yeah,
same
let's do
way.
that. I was
But
like,
like,
oh,
no,
shit.
we were both completely on the exact same page.
Yeah.
So we're just chilling in my living room right now.
Yeah.
My virtual living room. Let me give you a little tour of my Animal Crossing house, I guess. Oh, well, we could start the podcast by doing that, I
Yeah.
guess. That'd be a fun way to do it.
Yeah.
Just because, like, this is all I've been doing all month. It's just Animal Crossing. Because, like,
Yeah.
I don't have any new games to really play that have come out. The only thing really new, I think, that came out is, like, Persona 5, that new edition, which I don't really care. I already beat that game. And then the Final Fantasy 7 Remake, which I want to play later.
Yeah.
But I know you've been playing a lot of that. I guess we'll
Oh,
get
yeah.
into that. I want to hear everything you think about that, because you beat it recently,
yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah, no, like, I
Yeah.
beat it on the 18th. Like, so,
Oh.
like, I've just been, last 10 days, like, in this void of, like, yeah, everything I was hyped up about is now done and over with, and I'm sad.
Yeah.
So I'm just
You gotta
like,
wait
I'm,
for
yeah.
the next one now. Yeah. Well, we're at the end, towards the end of the podcast. We'll do a spoiler segment where
Oh yeah,
you'll tell me everything about it, because I know what happens in the end. Al told me.
yeah,
But I want to hear, like, in depth. I want to hear you say everything you think about it, because I've been hearing there's a lot of mixed feelings about it,
yeah.
and I want to hear what you think. But we'll get to that at the very end. If anyone interested, stick around to the very end. But for now, let's check out my Animal Crossing
Whoa.
home. This is my back room. I'm not really doing much with my back room. But yeah. Like, there's nothing for me to play other than Animal Crossing, other than, like, whatever I'm playing for the channel at the time, which in the past month has been nothing but more Animal Crossing, aside from, like, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger for that review. But yeah, like, freaking. Dude, I've been playing so much Animal Crossing this past month. Like, because I did that big Animal Crossing video, Animal Crossing Memories, and I played a lot of every main Animal Crossing game for that video.
Yeah.
And I forgot how, like, archaic and shitty, like, all the menu stuff used to be, like, in the first one. Like, it takes so long just to even, like,
Yeah.
change your equipment. Letter sorting in the first game is a nightmare.
Oh god.
It takes forever to read each one, because I forgot, like, how much better it is in New Horizons. You just go to the
Yeah.
mailbox and it's just all there. But you used to, like, have the letters go in your inventory and you carry them around with you and had to dispose of them manually. But now that's just all in one spot,
Yeah.
and it's so much better.
So handy.
Yeah, but that was a really fun video. It was just very out of my usual neck of the woods. They got, like, cat stuff going on. I don't know what that was. Just kind of me rambling about my favorite memories of the series, what stuck out to me, and a lot of the response to that video was really, really, really good.
Yeah.
It was honestly, like, one of my favorite comment sections in a long time, because it was a lot of people that were just sharing their own experiences, why they like it, things that
Yeah.
they kind of like about it that I didn't mention, because of course there's a million things. I couldn't bring it all up, and the video got long too. It was like more than half an hour.
jeez.
It's been a long time since I made a video that long. I think it was half an hour. Let me check real quick, because I don't want to, like, be spewing bullshit. Okay, it was almost half an hour. It was 28 minutes 37
Half
seconds.
hour. Wow.
So almost half hour.
Okay.
But
That's
yeah,
not bad.
it's been a while since I did a video about
Yeah.
that length. I feel like most stuff I've covered lately, I've kind of gotten everything across in, like, 20 minutes or less. Yeah, like Frogger was 16, Frogger 2 was 15, No Players Online was about 18, Billy Hatcher was 22. Yeah.
Jeez.
And then I did that Thai video. I wasn't done talking about the comments. I mentioned dreams I had in Animal Crossing, because
Oh, yeah?
that's, like, a bizarre phenomena I've always had in my life. Is, like, when you have dreams, they often take place in areas that you've spent a lot of time in. But the thing about me is, like, I've spent so much time in that virtual space of Animal Crossing, a lot of my dreams would take place in them sometimes, the same
Yeah.
way that my dreams would take place in my classroom or my kitchen or my backyard and stuff like that. and by extension my nightmares too. And then there's a whole section about that, and I got so many comments from people saying they had the exact same thing with nightmares. Like they would have a nightmare take place in Animal Crossing, would necessarily be a nightmare about Animal Crossing, but the scary thing was just happening in that world. And I thought it was so cool to finally learn, no, I'm not the only one that
Too many
happened
people
to.
with Animal Crossing on their minds, dude.
Yeah, it's like it was so wonderful to read through all those comments. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Comment section in the Thai video weren't quite the same. I haven't done anything with this room yet, this server room, or anyone watching on screen. I haven't really done everything with my house I want to do yet. There's still some rooms, like the back room that I showed there with the bell bag rug. I want to completely take that apart. Oh, jeez!
I just went into the room as you were leaving. I was like, where'd you
I
go?
got my arcade upstairs. Sorry, this is like half a podcast and half a tour of my what's it called, like Cribs, MTV's Cribs right now. That's what this kind of is. Here's my arcade. It's kind of like half built arcade rec room. I got like some cool like psychedelic DJ art of Blaze Academy. There's a drawing of Lucario I did. I just want to put some like cool characters. I want to do some more drawings. I want to have like a wanted poster of Crazy Red somewhere. So I just got like a sign. Yeah, but going back to the Thai video, getting back on topic. So I revisited Ty the Tasmanian Tiger because that was one of the first reviews I ever did. Because that was just kind of like what sparked the whole platforming focus of this channel. Was just, when I first started the channel, I wanted to cover 3 games that meant a lot to me. Or 3 games that I knew a lot about that not a lot of people made videos about. And that was Star Tropics, Yume Nikki, and Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Because I grew up with the second game. Not so much the first one. I never played the third one.
Yeah.
But that's what I kind of started my channel with. And seeing that Star Tropics and Yume Nikki were kind of like a little meant more to me than frickin' Ty did. I was a little like goofier with Ty. I tried to make fun of the game a lot. And here we're filming the podcast right here.
Yeah.
Got the camera going on. I got like a dope like actual camera right here in the director chair with my green screen.
Basketball.
You notice it looks like the Nakey Jakey set.
Yeah.
See, because I was putting my green screen corner just for like my YouTube video studio or whatever.
Geez,
and then
you even have lights above too. Like, wow,
yeah. And I got that yoga ball, and I just thought, okay, I have to put that right there. It probably won't stay there, but like for now, it's like a fun little.
Yeah, no.
I haven't even watched that many Nakey Jakey videos. I think I've only seen like 4 of his videos. I really enjoyed the 4 I did watch though. God, his video. Have you watched Nakey Jakey?
Not really. I haven't.
His video about dating apps was like honestly one of the most relatable things. Because I watched that video with my girlfriend and we met on Tinder, which it still blows my mind that I actually got a real meaningful, wonderful relationship out of frickin' Tinder. But I guess like
it happens.
It happens. Yeah. God, I was talking about Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I keep getting way off topic. Yeah, the comments section in that video. Oh, okay. Firstly, I was revisiting that game, and I feel like I gave it a more fair review, while of course still being critical. But I tried to pick out things that I really appreciated, like seeing all the wildlife, because they would have taken the time to model all of those animals and animate them in the environment, and they have like stuff like that. I noticed this time just because. That's kind of how I review stuff now. I've kind of conditioned myself just to kind of look for positives because everybody on the planet and everybody and their grandmother makes fun of games, and it's all about comedy. It's all about how funny can I make this video, but I kind of don't want to just be another funny man, and I decided that kind of like years ago, and a lot of people thought it was really cool seeing my kind of change in perspective reviewing the thing again. And it's funny because a lot of my criticisms did echo what I said in that first video. I rewatched it again after finishing this one. Yeah. And there's a handful of things that these are still but the same criticisms, but I feel like I got them across better. Oh, those are some sick fishing goggles.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
You said you got this. You said you got I got the Bias hat too. Yeah. You said you got those goggles just in my Mabel store?
Yeah, they're there.
Able Sisters? I gotta get that later.
Yeah, you gotta get there before 10.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got plenty of time. It's like 5:30 right now. But while the comment section was quite positive, there was like half of the comments are people just like pointing out that I called a cassowary ostrich. Because I didn't know what a cassowary is. I'm not that familiar with Australian wildlife. Like the only reason I know what a wallaby is because of that freaking Ty the Tasmanian Tiger PS2 game I played as a kid, right? So I Boss Cass is a cassowary, which that there's the joke. He's Boss Cassowary. Yeah, duh. But my idiot dumb self is like, he's an ostrich, and I mentioned that, and like half of the comments are just people telling me he's not an ostrich, he's a cassowary. It's like, thanks. I just like I was really pissed off about that. Like every time I go to the comments section, just looking for what people thought about the video, and you know. But no, I wasn't getting that. I was just getting, you know, he's a cassowary, right? It's like, I know that now. Thanks for your 2 trillion comments.
Yeah.
It stopped once I made a pinned comment. I was trying to find, like, not, like, a way that didn't sound like I was just, like, salty about it. And I just thought, like, I just said it out loud to, I think, Robbie or to somebody I was talking to. And I just said, there it is. So I just pinned a comment. Well, today I found out what a cassowary is. And, yeah, I thought that was a good way to kind of not shut those people up, but a good way to be like, let those people know, okay, yeah, I read your comments. I know now. You guys can stop.
You don't need to keep doing this.
Yeah, no, but aside from that, I mean, of course, like, those people that stuck out to them, they want to comment and let me know that. They have no way of knowing it. Like 500 people already said that, right? So I'm not trying to blame them or nothing, but it's just like one of those unfortunate mistakes that just results in like endless correction comments. It's like, no, but you know, I know that for Tai 2 when they remaster that on Switch, they have stated, Chrome Studios has stated that they are interested in bringing 2 and 3 to Switch, and they even said they're interested in making Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 5. That would be incredible.
They gotta title it Ty 5, but it's
like a high five.
FYVE.
FYVE? Yeah. Ty 5. Yeah. Oh goddamn. Tive the 5 Manian Ty 5.
Ty 5's burgers and fries.
Tide Pods
5 ties.
Ty the Tasmanian Tiger Tide Pod Challenge.
Featuring Scoop.
Featuring Scoop? Who's Scoop?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Scoop is actually a character in Animal Crossing. Or no, that's Scoot.
Scoot. Yeah, Scoot.
Scoot.
He's a
not
duck,
Scoop.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that just about wraps up everything I've been doing this month for Night Rad.
Kramer, that doesn't go on grilled cheese.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking the Under the Skin and April Fool's video came out, but we talked about that last month.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I've kind of taken a little break after doing that Thai video, but the past couple of days I've been working on a new video, a video that, like, if anyone's followed me on Twitter back in, like, October or November, they probably saw me tweeting about it nonstop.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing e-reader cards. That's what I'm working on right now. The script is done. What's going to be nice about this video is I don't have to record that much gameplay. It's all just pickup shots with my camera. It's all going to be just me filming the cards, me swiping it through those nice hardware shots. That's my favorite thing to do in a video.
Yeah.
When I have all the gameplay done and the only thing left is like those 5 to 10 like markers on the timeline where it's like insert shot of the game here, insert shot of controller being plugged in, insert shot of close up of Game Boy Advance, like that stuff. That's all this video is going to be, and it's going to be so much fun.
Jeez.
But once I get that recorded, probably the day after tomorrow, maybe the next day, I'm going to be doing all that, and it's going to be dope. Yeah. Quaker Oats is online. I don't even know who that is. When people don't type in their actual name or their username that they usually use, and they just make up something else, it's like, I don't know. Like, there is someone on my friends list in Animal Crossing New Horizons called just Bird. And I went to their town, I said, who's this? And they go, Bird. And like a month later, I found out it was my friend Tyler. But it's like, if you just named yourself Tyler, I would have not like had to wonder who the hell's island I went to for a month. You know?
Hey, you. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, and because I got a lot of people on my friends list just from having a lot of connections with other like content creators and like artists and stuff and mutuals on Twitter. Because like when you hook up your Twitter to your account, you just can automatically add them all, and that's what I do. And so I have like a huge friends list.
Yeah, jeez.
Not to sound like Mr. Popular over here, but it just kind of contributes to the problem. I don't know who half these people are.
Yeah.
which is kind of funny. But yeah, that's Animal Crossing. That's videos. That's what I'm working on right now. Dude, I gotta get something off my chest about these Animal Crossing e-reader cards. There's this one mini game you can play by scanning one of the cards, and it is like the worst, one of the most like infuriating experiences I've ever had in my life. It's so bad. Okay, so the Animal Crossing e-reader cards, there's different types of cards. Most of them are just character cards, which you scan just to get a letter from that character and like a random item, which is kind of worthless, not really that cool. But there's also ones you can scan, like not for the game, but just on the e-reader itself on the Game Boy Advance. You scan a card and you unlock a little mini game. It's like one mini game's like jump rope. You scan 3 animals and just watch them jump rope, and if one of them messes up, you try and replace it with an animal you think is better at jump rope. And that's, you know, it's all about making games that give you reasons to scan more cards, and that stuff's cool. But what were you gonna say? So
I was gonna say, so it sounds like it's like WarioWare, but not fun.
Well, it's sort of. Some of the mini games are okay. Like the idea of, okay, they're playing tug of war. I got 3 guys. Okay, that guy was struggling. Let's swap him out with another guy. Oh, maybe Grizzly would be better than Teddy. You know, stuff like that's fun. It was kind of cool. But there's this one mini game called Who Done It, where you get a couple of clues, and then you have to like scan the card you think the clues are referring to. It's kind of like Guess Who, but you get 5 clues, and on each clue you can scan a card. But the clues are so vague. There's no way anybody is gonna like, and plus there's so many character cards, it's likely going to be one you don't have, because I don't even have like a fourth of the cards. There's so many. So it's like, it'll give you a hint, be like, all right, they're orangish. Okay, I don't know, that doesn't, I don't know.
Orangish.
Okay, I don't know, give me another hint. They have pointy ears. Okay, well, why do you more than that? Okay, what else? They have bangs. It's all like really vague stuff like that. And I get that, like, in Guess Who, you want to ask the most broader questions first. But the problem is, all of the clues are really broad. And then even if you have an idea of who it is, you only get 1 chance before you fail the game. And it's likely going to be somebody you don't even have. And those, like, 5 clues could easily result... It could easily be exactly describing 20 villagers by the end of it.
Are they a villager? Are they an animal?
Yeah, it's not that bad, but
do they go to Tom Nook's shop? Like,
there's one. It's like, they're in a house, not a store, or they're in a store. The only time I was ever able to get it is when it said they're in a store, which is like, okay, that just limits it to like the NPCs, which only like I can think of like maybe 5 are in a store, like Red, Tom Nook, Pelly, and Phyllis that's considered a shop, or not a shop, but like a building. That was the only time I was able to get it, is when it was Pelly, because it was like, they're white, they have no ears, they don't have any hair, and it was something like that, and they're in a store, and I was like, that has to be Pelly, and I scanned Pelly, and I got it. That was the only time I got it. But it was driving me nuts. I was doing that mini game for like half an hour, just trying to win 1 time, just to get footage of me winning, and I hated it. Frickin' goddamn, I hate that stupid ass e-reader mini game. But yeah, that was the worst of my experience doing this e-reader video. Other than that, it's been nothing but cool, interesting stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. That's what I've been doing. What about you, Brady?
I've mostly just been streaming. I played Final Fantasy VII, as you know. We'll get into that afterwards.
Yeah.
But I've been going back to Animal Crossing every now and then. But with the streams, I've just been doing my regular Smash Brothers and Mario Maker and all that stuff. I recently just got a new keyboard and a computer chair, because I was like, okay, this chair is creaking and I think it's gonna break soon. It was close to breaking.
God, so I had the exact same thing. Like, remember that old director's chair I got for Christmas one year, and I just used that as a computer chair, which was a terrible idea.
Yeah, well, I've seen you like lean back and forth on it, and I'm like, that's gonna break one of these days.
Yeah, it was falling apart so bad. I was like, this is gonna break, and I just bought an actual office chair.
Yeah, so I now have a blue and black computer chair for streaming. Very video game-esque.
Yeah. So this like the colors those like racer chairs all the Fortnite guys would use for some. I don't know why that chair caught on, but I don't know. But like a blue chair is kind of fun.
Yeah, but it's definitely sturdier. I had to build it out of box, obviously.
Oh, right on.
So it was a nice little project I put on. I started watching a thing called Midnight Gospel.
Yeah.
It's like this animated series on Netflix, but it's podcasts. So like you get
Oh.
like different stories and like some funny stuff like during the episodes that are happening. Like they're just like kind of doing like what we're doing is like we're like in a different like planet, or like they're just traveling around and like
Oh, wait. Is that like one with a really like trippy,
yeah
crazy
yeah
like LSD trip art
yeah
style by the people that made Adventure? I saw that.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah. It was funny. The first episode like there's like a zombie apocalypse and they're just like killing zombies and having a conversation, and it's like
Okay.
I
That
watched the guy trip up the steps and I was like laughing over that for like 20 minutes.
Jeez, I freaking that show makes a lot more sense to me now that I know it's a podcast because
Yeah.
I didn't know that at first. And all of the conversations, despite like the crazy visuals, just seem so casual and
Yeah.
friendly. And I was like, I don't understand what the show is. That makes way more sense. That's
Yeah.
actually really cool.
Yeah, my brother showed it to me before I was going to bed one night, and I was just like, this is actually quite good. I think I might start watching it. And I started watching it, and while I was building my chair, I was like, yeah, no, it's like good background stuff. Like, even if you don't want to watch it, it's like
Yeah,
it's good to
it's
listen
just
to.
podcasts are a godsend, honestly. I was always a big fan of the Giant Bomb cast. I haven't been listening to it lately because they started doing it from home, like the way
Yeah.
we're doing it, and it's a little better doing it that way with just two people. But it's like when there's five people all trying to talk to each other over voice
Oh,
call
it
with
is.
delays. I find it so hard to
Yeah.
get into. Where before they're all in the same room, the body language is there, they don't interrupt each other because they're in the same room, they can see each other in real
Yeah.
time. And it's just a little clunky. I find some podcasts have gotten a little clunky, but yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds like
absolutely.
something I really should watch or listen to because
Yeah,
I
no,
need something.
it's-
I need something else
Yeah.
for now.
But yeah, no, like podcasts are definitely a godsend. Like I like Kai works back shift at like his work, and so to get through the night, he just listens to podcasts all night and stock shelves, and I'm like,
Right on.
hey, if that's what you're doing to pass the time, it's helpful.
Yeah, God, I remember when I used to work a back shift at Shoppers during Christmas.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to turn off the radio because if we got a call, it went through the same channel as the radio. So if we
Really?
turned off the radio, we wouldn't hear any of the calls, and we had to leave that on just in case the store owner called in to be like, "Oh, hey, this is wrong. We have to do this. Can you do that?" And we'd be like, "Oh, no problem. I'll do that for you.
Yeah.
I'll flick that up for you. I'll hit that switch or turn that computer. If they messed that something up or
Yeah.
forgot something, whatever." But that never happened. So, but we had to anyway. So that
Yeah.
means we had to leave the Christmas music on all
Oh,
night,
God,
and that's
that's
what
a
we had to listen
nightmare.
to during back shift. Back shift would have been dope because it was just me and two other guys I was good friends with,
Yeah.
working with, just stacking boxes, building shelves, putting the Christmas stuff out because it's too busy during the day for the stuff to
Yeah.
go out. It was great, except the Christmas music drove me nuts.
Yeah. Like I mean I found like shortcuts when I was like working at Subway. Like even now, like I find shortcuts on how to like if it's like a really dead night or something like that. I was able to set up my Switch and put my hands in my pocket and play with the Joy-Cons. What the hell was that? I literally looked to see the lights go on and off. I was like, "Is there a
That was
storm
just me.
happening?"
No, I'm just like matching the
Oh
light
my
switch
god! I
button.
actually thought something was going on. I was like, "Dude, you need to go check your power."
God damn, that's funny.
Um,
Yeah, what were you saying?
But yeah, no, like I when I was working at Subway, I used to like slide my Switch into like an area on the shelf in the back, like right by the cameras, so like I could see if someone was coming in, and the cameras wouldn't be able to pick up where the Switch was, so I'd just be like staring at the camera all day, and like I was already ahead of my work since it's been dead, and I would just play Mario Kart or Smash Bros. Or no, I was already I think I was leaving Subway when I got Smash Brothers. So just about any other games on my Switch, I'd just be playing with my hands in my pockets because you could do that. So
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Not to interrupt, but like I've walked home from my girlfriend's at like late at night sometimes,
yeah,
and like I kind of just want to. And I'm playing Animal Crossing while I'm walking, but
Yeah.
it's just like anytime it's like a little colder I just wish I could have the Switch floating in front of my face while with my hands in my pockets holding the Joy-Cons.
Dude, what if we made like a chest harness,
Chest harness.
like taking a Dragon's Den or like Shark Tank or something.
I think it's a lot of effort to put into
Yeah.
playing a video game with your hands in your pockets.
Speaking about accessories for video games, I found out recently that people have in fact made VR headsets for the Switch. I've been saying this since like the launch of the Labo VR that they should just make a plastic headset to slide your Switch in, so it'll be like docked in there, and then you'll have your gyro motion and stuff from your controllers, like when you're playing the games.
Yeah.
Or just, like, even if you want to do like the Breath of the Wild or Mario Odyssey shit that they have added in, and Smash Brothers even has Labo modes, and they finally made like a plastic headset, like some third party company. And
I should get that because like I've only dabbled in Switch VR for like a little bit, because it's Switch VR is more like a thing you toy around with than something you get a true full length experience out of, like like the Vive and PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
But like the reason I never go back to it and fiddle with it anymore is because it's just you have to hold that thing to your face.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
They really if that thing's not too pricey, if it's like $20 or $30, I think I might get that.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty like low priced.
Because if it's just a plastic helmet you slide the Switch into, there's no like mechanical parts to it. I don't imagine it to be terribly expensive.
Yeah, no, it's VR headset for a Nintendo Switch. It is $24.99.
That's nothing. Wow, I should get that.
Yeah, they have it. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Speaking of VR, have you seen that VR game? I forget what it's called. It's coming out to PSVR this summer. It looks like a mix of Beat Saber and Super Hot.
No,
I haven't. It's like Super Hot, whereas you're just killing guys with guns, but it's all very like, it's not a rhythm game like Beat Saber, but it has that kind of like neon, purple, red, blue, glowy
like
virtual
neon, like
it's
very
that
Tron-esque in a sense,
yeah. It's kind of like that kind of look, except it plays like Super Hot, not in slow motion as you move, but it's like it's kind of like a rail shooter. You're kind of like being propelled forward, and it looks like finally another game that can channel that I'm going to feel like a badass playing this game in the same way that Beat Saber and Super Hot kind of did really well. Not many other VR games have. I forget what it's called. I'll put gameplay footage of it on screen when I was just talking about it there.
Yeah.
But it looks so cool. I got to send you that link to it after. It comes out this summer, and it's like I feel like that's finally a new VR game that looks super dope. I want to try, because I haven't really played much of VR in a while. I think when they add VR to Dreams, I'm gonna be all over that.
Yeah.
But
what was it? Yeah, no, when it comes to like the VR, like when people are like suggesting stuff, like my method or my ideals are or my outlook, I guess, like for those two games, like Beat Saber and oh my god, what was it? Super Hot.
Super Hot.
Yeah. Super Hot makes me want to feel like I'm John Wick.
Yeah.
And Beat Saber makes me want to be final boss in Undertale. Like that's like basically
I guess I could describe this game as kind of like that. It's like a little bit of John Wick with a pinch of the Undertale boss fight.
Yeah. So like I absolutely love those games. And then like To the Top makes me feel like I'm in the Spideyverse. Like that's like I feel like I'm climbing and jumping buildings like I'm Miles Morales or something.
Yeah, I always forget about that game, To the Top. I never played like a ton of it, but you really love that game.
Dude, I got locked into my VR headset for like 9 hours straight playing that. Like it was
playing that?
Yeah, because I was by myself and no one could like pull me out of it. So I was like pull off the headset, it's daylight out, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I need to go to bed." And I'm just like,
that's my reaction to you spending all night in VR. God.
Here's my reaction to you reacting about me.
Oh God, this was a good idea.
Yeah.
God.
Hope no one's mad.
Yeah. I think the longest I've ever spent in VR was just doing a full playthrough of Resident Evil 7 when I was replaying the game over and over to get trophies. But like that game is like 4 hours long if you know what to do. But like even then I was taking breaks every now and then, but it's like that's the only game that's the only game that's ever made me spend that much time in VR in one go.
Really?
I mean, it's the only really like AAA, really good, lengthy adventure, horror, survival kind of proper made for VR game by like a AAA developer that isn't like just Sony, you know.
Yeah.
Capcom's like the only one that's really done that. Resident Evil 8 apparently is going to have VR as well. I hope that is good. I hope it's first person like 7 was, because it's been kind of cool like seeing them do the remakes. But yeah, I really want another first-person Resident Evil because, like, that Resident Evil 7, everyone was so skeptical when it was first-person, but it works so well, especially for the VR.
Yeah.
So I hope 8 kind of echoes that instead of echoing the remakes, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just really showing off your all your clothes, bud.
Yeah, it's just me. I am.
Are those all designs you got, or these are like you just have pockets full of like clothes?
Oh yeah, these are just pockets full of clothes. I went buying a bunch of stuff from your place.
Oh right,
right?
yeah, right. Because you before we started the podcast, you hit up the Abel's shop. That's what I always go to different towns to do. Yeah. But I always forget to do it, and then it like gets late. I'm still talking with friends, and like it turns. I think the Able Sisters closes at 9. Actually, they close an hour before Nook's Cranny, which is kind of annoying. But...
Yeah. I feel right now. I feel like, oh, whoops! I don't have enough room for those. Minus my 3D glasses, I feel like I work at Long and McQuaid, which is like a music store.
Oh my god! You know what? I had to think for a second what Long and McQuaid was. I went there 2 times in my life.
Yeah.
Oh god, this just brought. I got some Long and McQuaid stories, bud.
Go ahead.
The second time I went was less exciting. Is I just needed an audio cable to plug my Dreamcast into a VGA upscaler to get the audio. That's all it was. So I just went to Long and McQuaid to get audio cables. But yeah, they have like instruments, they got equipment, they have interfaces, they have cables, everything audio. You go to Long and McQuaid. But the first time I went in there, it was back in college, and Alejandro and I just went in there because he used to play guitar, I think, back when he lived in Mexico. And he wanted to see if he could like take a look at guitars and just kind of see what they got around here. He just wanted to go to like a Canadian music store and see how different it was. And I was like, yeah, I'm not huge into like music stuff, but like that would be dope. So we went in and we found a didgeridoo.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, didgeridoos are cool as hell. It was like $30, wasn't too pricey. It was kind of fancy looking. And we, being dumb college kids, we bought a freaking didgeridoo. We bring it home to Al's apartment. And we try to use it, and we can't figure out how to use it. And then we look it up, and we found out didgeridoos are literally just hollow, like, long holes.
You could have literally just gone to, like, Home Hardware and got, like, a plastic PVC pipe.
It's kind of like throat singing, and where it's more so you have to know how to do that with your voice and your mouth and your throat.
It's vibrations.
Yeah, I thought it was just an instrument.
No,
you
don't blow into it like.
I thought I was gonna blow into it. It was gonna make didgeridoo sounds. That's what we thought. So we spent $30 freaking bucks on this dumb like long piece of wood that doesn't do anything because we're idiots. And we went all the way back and we just returned it because we're like, sorry, we didn't know what this was, and the guy just thought we were fucking idiots.
Yeah. Well, of course. Jeez. The only stories I have of Long and McQuaid is when I was getting my converter for my audio and an XLR cable, because that was when I invested in my AT2020 mic, and I was just like, I need XLR cable and a conversion, and he's like, yeah man, I can help you out with that, and he like bolts down to where like the converters are. And I was like, he's
Instant
happy he's working here.
Right there.
He's happy he's working here. And then like my oldest story I have about Long and McQuaid is when I found out ocarinas were an actual thing, like they were an actual like instrument you can play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I went there and I was like, do you have like the ocarina like? And they were like, yeah, we have the potato flute ocarina, if that's what you're looking for. And I was like, potato. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. And then like he's like, just let me show you to it, kid. And he was like, awesome.
He probably is like, this guy just played Zelda.
Yeah,
He's
he's
probably
like,
gonna
it's like,
double
oh,
his
we got
memory.
another kid who plays Zelda and wants to probably put videos on YouTube of him playing the damn thing.
That's always the funniest part of every convention is every single
Oh
convention
my
I've ever
God,
been to.
yeah.
There's that one
Yeah.
fucking person sitting out front playing the ocarina
Yeah.
they just bought from the vending room really badly,
Absolutely.
destroying everyone's eardrums as they try to figure out how the fuck to play that thing.
Yeah.
It's like a kid. It's like recorders in elementary school
you-
when everything sounds like shit. It's just
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. If you do not show up to the convention with an ocarina, you probably trash.
Yeah.
If you show up to the convention with an ocarina, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like
Don't learn to play it when you have an audience that has to listen to it.
Yeah.
Every con, there's always that one person.
yeah, that for
So
sure.
funny.
Yeah. There's that also includes in the same kind of like category of there's always going to be those type of people are like the people that play sound effects to the characters.
Oh
Like
God,
you're
I
walking
hate
by,
that.
like if you're Mario, you'll hear the wah, 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 like mushroom or something like that, or coins, or
I
like
remember-
me being Snake. Someone
me
was
too.
playing the fucking alert sound, and I just kind of like looked back and I was like,
Yeah, good joke, guy. It's like just because I'm in costume doesn't mean I'm in character and I want to have fun with strangers 100% of the time.
yeah,
I'm just here to have fun. Leave me alone. Stop throwing like funniness at me. Quit being you know what that is? That's the same people that reply with jokes to Twitter.
Yeah.
To Twitter posts. Like they're the exact kind of clowns on Twitter that have to reply with nothing but jokes to every post they see.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a goofing asshole when it comes to responding to them.
You are such
I
a
am-
goofy asshole.
Yeah.
You will like argue with people for like 20 posts long and they'll actually be arguing with you, but you're just like not actually arguing, but they can't tell that.
See, the best thing is argue without getting mad. That's just the way you do it.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Like literally, I defeated someone the other day. Here, I'm just gonna go through it.
You defeated somebody.
Yeah. So on Twitter, I went and retweeted this thing about Sonic games and like the red pill and blue pill.
Oh,
Just this
this thing.
stupid hypothetical thing that means nothing. Just because you choose the thing doesn't mean it's actually gonna happen. So I literally just like, because I went through like the ideas of like a Sonic Heroes 2, Sonic Adventure remake. The only thing that sounds like possible is a Sonic Adventure remake and a remaster on PC. Sonic Riders 4 probably not going to happen because
Who
they
the
took
hell
on
wants a new Sonic Riders?
and like
Those games are fucking
Sonic
boom.
Heroes. Sonic Heroes isn't that bad, but it's also not that good either.
It is like out of all the 3D Sonic games, I think it is the least interesting one.
Yeah.
I would play
And-
Sonic
yeah.
06 over that because it sucks, but at least it's fun and it sucks. Sonic
Yeah.
Heroes is a slippery, fucking boring mess, and I hate it.
Yeah. And then Sonic Advance 4. When the fuck are we going to get another Advance game?
would we ever?
Because we don't have like Game Boy Advance. So, and then you go over to the Blue Pill side, which is a Sonic Mania sequel. That sounds pretty understandable. That could happen. A Sonic Adventure 3, I wish. Sonic Advance trilogy. That's a possible thing. Trilogies happen of old games in collectors forms.
I mean, they did the Mega Man.
Yeah,
the
Mega Man
Zero thing. Yeah.
Zero and ZX. Sonic Rush 3, that could be a possible thing, like the mechanics. And then
Well,
one that
Sonic Rush 3
Yeah.
technically exists,
yeah, Sonic Colors on DS,
Yeah.
right?
but an actual Sonic Rush 3 with Blaze the Cat and everything
Yeah.
would be dope.
Yeah, for sure. And then like everyone wants a Mario and Sonic platformer, but I
I don't know how that would even. I don't know
But,
how that
like,
would work. Those two characters
yeah.
are too different. Their movesets
Yeah.
are for two. Very
Hence
different
why
kinds
the
of
Olympic
games.
Games are like something a little more fitting, where it's like, yeah, you
Yeah.
can do this, you can do that. So we have this tweet that I retweeted and just made a comment being like, people that pick the red pill are the same people that remind teachers about homework assignments being due.
Yeah.
People got the joke, people didn't get the joke. Someone responds and goes, that's incorrect, actually. And I just respond with, you passed in your homework. And then they go, well, yeah, that I did do. I then respond with, what did you do? They go, I passed them. I go, what did you pass to do what you do? And he goes, I passed them to someone else. I go, what did you pass to do what you do to who you pass to do?
What does that mean?
Exactly. And then they go, a passing that I passed out during. And I go, you're supposed to pass in your homework on time. Stop goofing off and get it done. They go, joke's on you. I don't go to school. And then I go, then I win. I am too powerful and you lose. They go and respond with, well, actually, I'm the son of Jesus Christ and more powerful, so I win. I go, that has nothing to do with this. I won, and I am still too powerful. Blocked. And then I just make a Hideki Kamiya gif.
Yeah.
So
the classic Hideki
yeah.
Kamiya.
And then someone was, another person went and did, like, the same thing. But my response to them, literally, here, where is it? They go, well, on multiple occasions, I have done exactly that, and I'd still pick red, so suck it. Like, they're getting mad at me, and I was just
like as if they took offense to you joking about the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
So my response to them is, you're supposed to swallow the pill with water.
Yeah, like, I reply in a similar way when I, like, just don't give a shit about what they're saying, and I just want to reply with some nonsense. I just do stuff like that. Like, like, sometimes I'll tweet about, like, I'll be like, oh, yeah, whoa, man, doing this thing in Thai, can't wait, whatever. And then people be like, hey, can you review this game? And I just reply, I want to review Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. And then they'll be like, yeah, but it was really underrated. And then I'll just reply, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. And they're like, oh, well, you know. And then I reply, Ty the Tasman. Like, I'll just keep saying what I want to do and what I'm doing over and over. It's like, people just give up after a bit.
Yeah, no, like, I literally, I laugh at these things. God, what was it the other day? We had, you went and sent me something about, this dude, like, friggin' commenting on Nintendo's, like, tweets about Mario Maker's final DLC. And he goes,
laundry list of bullshit he wants, his stupid Santa wish list, like, I want this and this and this, and I want desert world maps.
Because, like, he's, like, going into, like, depth about, like, oh, let me just read it off. I'll go, Dear Nintendo, now that you're done updates for Super Mario Maker 2, we want only one DLC pack for Super Mario Maker 2, which will cost $29.99. Like, he's claiming the prices and everything.
He's you what your product's gonna cost.
Yeah, and then he goes, and not just what it costs, but what it includes. He goes, we want the last 4 enemies included, which will be Boomerang Bros, Flame Chop, Mecha Cheep, and Fire Snake.
He's talking like he's part of a fucking PR team. He's just some bum on Twitter.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
He goes, we want the last power-ups, which will be the Tatanga suit, in hyphen, Super Mario Bros. 1. First of all, Tatanga's from Super Mario Land, you son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
You don't even know you're Mario when you're making an approach. He goes, Tanuki suit from Super Mario Bros. 3, and Ice Flower from New Super Mario Bros. U.
Who cares about the Ice Flower?
I'm pretty sure the Ice Flower was in New Super Mario Bros.
It was
First
in New
of
Super
all.
Mario Bros. Wii.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he goes, the Tatanga suit gives you the ability to both horizontally and vertically launch missiles at enemies, and after charging the cannons on your spaceship, you'll fire a green laser beam.
He's like still going and going and going with lists of shit he wants Nintendo to do. It's like, why do you think they're gonna listen to you?
And then he starts going into, like, environment blocks, which are, like, lava and water and quicksand tiles. And then he goes and explains what they'll do. He goes, water tiles to create ponds of water, lava tiles to create standalone pools of lava, and quicksand to create sinking pits. I would have just said lava and water tiles to make pools.
You couldn't just be like, hey,
and then
it'd be cool
sinking tiles.
You couldn't just be like, hey, it'd be cool if you added more, like, terrain options, like sand and lava. No, he has to say, I want lava tiles that will burn, and explain what every single... Like, this response to... and it was, like, a random Nintendo tweet, too. I don't even think it was about Mario. But it was, like, a 9-tweet reply. Just all this shit he wants Nintendo to put in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So, seeing the opportunity, I take it, and I go, do you want fries with that?
I know! I laughed so fucking hard after his 9 Twitter response or 9 tweet tirade of all this bullshit Nintendo's not gonna do. Yeah, do you want fries of that? Like, what a good fucking response. My other favorite response you've done is when, I forget what it was. It was years ago.
Was it the common sense guy?
I don't know. It's some guy like went well, actually, and then pointed out something really obvious, and you just go, 1 + 1 is 2.
Yeah. No, that is literally my most savage moment of dumb fuckery, and I absolutely love it.
I'm gonna Brady's savage Twitter moments. I'm gonna write that down just so I can mention that's a subject of this podcast. Brady's talking about all his savage responses on Twitter.
Like, I'm not a smart guy, but like I'll be a smart mouthed son of a bitch in the dumbest way. So like I live for that type of stuff.
Speaking of freaking Twitter, when you sent me that Piccolo Burger King thing at like 4 a.m, I laughed so hard at that.
I've never seen this in my life, and like that night I was just like, holy shit, this is like some Dominican Frieza level stuff. Have you ever seen Dominican Frieza?
No, what is that?
Oh god, here, hold on. I gotta look it up. Here, just give me a second. Dominican Frieza is this Dominican dude who is dressed like Frieza. And it is it's hilarious. Oh god, where is it?
I need to see this.
Okay, it has to be here somewhere.
Is he like actually dressed like Frieza, or does he just like look...
Oh yeah, no, he is dressed like Frieza to the nines. Oh god.
It's so funny because it's like it would just be another meme if I've seen that picture of Piccolo Burger King before, but I've never seen this picture. I don't know where it came. And that Twitter just posts the same thing up here, and I'm gonna retweet that like every couple of days at like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
I'm still awake.
Yeah, it is definitely one of those things that you're just like, yeah, no, I absolutely love this.
It's just my new favorite Twitter, I think, honestly.
Yeah, no, like just Burger King Piccolo. Oh my god, like nah, man, it took me like so like left field. Like I literally felt tackled by my chuckles. Like I don't know if that's possible, but like, oh, there it is. There's Dominican Frieza.
Yeah, I see Dominican Frieza.
Okay, I just gotta make sure I'm saving this to my computer. So, okay, so we got Dominican Frieza, and
Dominican Frieza. Everyone watching this podcast is gonna be like, "What the goddamn hell is Dominican Frieza?" Just throw it on screen already.
So Dominican Frieza is this dude. Yeah, Dominican Frieza.
What the fuck is this?
And there's an actual video on Dominican Frieza.
Is this a screen grab from a video of him like walking around and shit?
Yeah.
This picture quality's so bad. Oh my god, that looks so weird. That's so funny.
He's in search of Goku. That is literally
Goku,
that is literally like the title.
Oh my
or the description. It's like he's in search of Goku.
This is oh my god.
Yeah,
he just shows up on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
This is so bizarre.
Like
man.
Like that's Frieza's spaceship.
I hope he finds Burger King Piccolo, dude. The freaks gotta find each other.
I want them both to battle.
Oh, dude. What if like Piccolo absorbs like all of the employees of Burger King, like he absorbs like the other Namekians?
What if he's the manager of the Burger King, and when you get hired, he goes close beam and like hits you with that, and you get your uniform?
Oh my god. That's funny.
But yeah, no, like Dominican Frieza and Burger King Piccolo are like things I live for nowadays. I'm just like
just that bizarre tiny corners of the internet that just have something special on them.
Yeah,
that's what this is.
Yeah, there's still things that I haven't explored that like knock the shit like right out of my laugh. Like I'm like ha.
Well, with that said, how about we take a break since I got to use a bathroom, and then when we come back, we'll get to Patreon questions.
Absolutely.
All right, we're back, everybody. Taking podcast questions now. Brady kind of had the idea to let me go for a little walk in my town. I've actually been getting a lot of people like asking me to like kind of show off the town that I made because I showed a bit of it but it's like I don't know. I don't really care about that much. But I guess like you consider this a Patreon bonus. I guess you can see my Animal Crossing town if anyone actually cares. But I got like a big neighborhood going on. While we're doing that, let's start taking questions. First one from Brant. If we were stuck on a desert island and could only bring one condiment, what condiment would you bring?
Oh God. Sweet Baby Ray's brown sugar barbecue sauce. I know it's so specific, but like that shit is good.
I would get a gourmet hot sauce. I love gourmet hot sauces.
Yeah.
My sister always gets me a pack for Christmas, and they usually last for like the first third of the year. And that first third of the year, like I just ran out of them, but that first third of the year, I'm just making burgers. I'm making like breakfast sandwiches. Put a little bit of hot sauce on it, and it's delicious. That's my favorite kind of condiment.
Like, cause like I mean, like if you go with a barbecue sauce, like you can do just about anything with like if you have like birds or like fish or like some kind of like mammal meat in general,
stuff,
like
and you
sauce that up with some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, like
yeah, dude.
Oh God, now I'm hungry. I want some steak.
Next question from Spring Day Autumn Noon. Are either of you into Devil May Cry? Not really. I have only played 4, and I wasn't huge. Like I'm just not huge in those kinds of games. Slash stuff.
I picked up the HD collection on at a yard sale, and like I've been meaning to get around to playing it since I've never played Devil May Cry.
I think it's the first and third one everyone really likes. I know a lot of people really love the 5th one. 4 kind of just seems like the one that just exists, but I know 4 has its fans. 4 is the only one I played. I actually played that recently for footage for the Under the Skin video. I needed like a couple seconds of Devil May Cry footage, so I just popped in 4 because it's the only one I have.
What is up with like sequels always being like poor, and then the third one goes back to like better original mechanics or just improves, and then like 4 is gonna be either hit or miss. It could be really good or really bad, and then 5 is like super good.
Yeah, the thing is, if there's like not a lot of room for like experimentation by the 4th one, I feel like that's where it can get stale. Second one is usually when they try new ideas that don't work, and then the third one's usually when they iron them out. Again, that doesn't always go for every game, but a lot of series I've noticed that, like Dark Souls is like that. You know, a lot of people didn't like the more experimental mechanics they did in the second one, so they kind of made the third one just kind of a more refined version of the first game. But I didn't really care for either. When it comes to Dark Souls, I really only love the first one. The other two are kind of whatever. Yeah. I've still never beat the second one. I want to try and get further in it, because I know the second one has its fans. I know H-Bomber Guy really loves the second one.
Wait, hold up. You got the full ring?
I got the full ring? Oh, I mean, you can just get 4 pieces. I have the red corner. I don't have the blue corner, so I don't have the full thing, but I just have it, a neutral corner, to replace it for now. Next question from Isaac. I don't know if this has been covered before, but how did we meet?
Oh yeah, this has been covered.
This has been covered, but it's always a good story.
Probably multiple times. So did you want to take the lead on this?
And well, I'll do the first half.
Defend myself.
Yeah. So yeah, okay, that works too. So I was selling a copy of Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker on eBay, or not eBay, Kijiji, which is like Canadian's Craigslist. You know, where you meet up and then sell stuff in person. And I had a second copy because I just got a new PSP after mine broke, and it came with a copy of Peace Walker, so I was selling it for $15. I get a message from some kid who's like 3 years younger than me. I was in like, I think early high school, so it was probably like 2010, 2011. I think I would have been 15 or... I was like 15 or 16. You would have been 13?
How old are you right now?
I'm 25.
You're 25. I'm gonna be 24 in July, so I would have been. If you're 15, I would have been 14 or 13.
Okay, so you're probably like 13, and I get a message from this 13-year-old kid being like, "Hey, will you take $10 for it instead of 15?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I don't really care because I just wanted to get rid of the second copy I don't need. So I show up to the mall, and this kid rolls up, and he hands me a bag of change, like $10 in just change. And I was really pissed off. But I was like, I can't say no to this kid. He wants his Metal Gear. He's always younger than me. Whatever. Okay, sure. I was like, yeah, it's fine. So then years and years later, we were both at a convention. And we were both cosplaying Big Boss. I specifically, I think, was the Peace Walker version of Big Boss.
I was Snake Eater.
Yeah, and we just bumped into each other and started talking about Metal Gear. Because we were both cosplaying Metal Gear. So evidently we both like Metal Gear. Yeah. And then you told me... where you bought Peace Walker.
Yeah, I got it off of Kijiji, and I was like, I bought it, and it was like with a bag of change, and I felt really bad for the guy I bought it from, and you were like,
I just
dude.
stared at you dumbfounded. I was like, that was me.
And I was just like, oh shit.
I was
I'm
like,
so
I was like in
sorry.
Nova Scotia, right? Because we were in a different
Yeah.
province at a convention, but we both just and then we just hit it off. We became friends after that, and the rest is history.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah.
was a good time.
It's a pretty good origin
was-
story, I think.
That was what? How long ago? If I
It wouldn't ages.
if I bought that on
Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to scare that fish away.
It's
from
fine,
you.
I
I'm
didn't
trying to
have
catch
any
a
room.
spawn skater. I don't have one yet.
Oh really?
Yeah. Well, it just turned May today,
Yeah.
so there's
Oh,
new
right.
bugs and stuff.
Yeah. What was it? That would have been if I was 13 and you were 15. That would have been 10 years ago.
That would have been 10 years ago.
Holy crap, dude!
It would have been 20. Yeah, because it was 2010. It was 2010.
That is wild.
My first year of high school.
I
Yeah,
still
that's
got that
crazy.
email from Kijiji on one of my emails.
I probably still have that too, because I don't
Yeah.
delete any emails in case I want to use the search bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Wow. That's been a long time ago. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while. Next question from Solace Sanctuary. Do we have any plans to make a new project, like maybe an indie film or a fan film of my favorite game? That is something I want to do. Someday I want to make a Hotel Dusk feature-length film.
Yeah.
It'll just be independent. I'll make it myself. Someday I'll get access to a hotel somehow, or I'll build sets. That's not something I want to do until I'm like 40. So eventually I want to do that, but not anytime soon. What about you, Brady?
I want to make a short series. I'm
Yeah?
still like working out ideas and stuff, but like, yeah, no, like it's something I've always thought of being like, yeah, I'd love to make like a short series, have very like similar characters, like me play myself, and then like you maybe play yourself, but
Kind of like the what we do
Yeah.
in Garanicor, kind of like an
yeah,
actual
yeah,
series
very
out of
much
that.
so, like actual
Yeah.
actual people, but
Actually, like not
yeah.
filmed in 2 seconds.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, it's always been something. And then, like, as always, like, I've always had, like, the dream idea of doing WarioWare the musical.
Oh
Yeah,
yes, I
yeah,
remember.
like that
you
was one
mentioned
of my
this.
magnum
Yeah.
opus of an idea of, like, what if I did this? This would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
'Cause it's so
Well,
random,
next
yeah.
question from a purple friend. Who's your favorite Animal Crossing villager? Mine are Cherry and Apollo. Who's your favorite?
Right now it's Filbert. I really like Filbert.
Yeah.
I just ended up getting Snooty and Huck in my village, and I want them gone.
yeah.
And the other day, I was like, yeah, I'm going to make them leave. And then, like, of course, Filbert's the one that's lost in thought, being like, I want to travel and eat all the foods of the world. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
stay. I don't want you to leave. Don't leave me with these dumb fuckers.
It's only the ones that you want to keep that
Yeah.
want to leave. One of my favorites is Cube. I love
Yeah.
Cube. He's such a cute little penguin. I like his big plus size. I know he used to wear a GameCube shirt in the GameCube version.
Yeah.
Also wore an N64 shirt in the N64 version. My absolute favorite though is kind of basic. I know Bob's a lot of people's favorites, but I love Bob. I made sure to get Bob's card before they got expensive, when it was like only $6 or
Yeah.
something like that. And I got him in my town. Bob and Punchy. I like Punchy a lot too. Bob, Punchy, and Cube are probably my 3 favorite.
Oh, yo, it's Bob. I got to talk to him for a second.
A next question from Shmef Callie. If you could only play one game for the rest of your life, what game would it be?
Oh, God.
Probably, honestly, Deus Ex Human Revolution's a game I can
Yeah.
replay endlessly. And that's a game I know inside out, and I love just doing runs of that game. It's different.
Yeah.
Like, for a lot of people, like, that's Dark Souls. Oh, you know what? Maybe Bloodborne. I think I could play Bloodborne forever, honestly, just replaying that game over and over.
God.
Doing different
This
playthroughs.
this type of question always hits me hard, because I'm like, do I truly feel that way, or was that just like spur
Yeah.
of the moment?
Exactly. Like, my answer's always changing, but
Yeah.
after enough years have passed, honestly, I think Bloodborne is like one of my top 5 games. Yeah.
It's a tie between either Final Fantasy VII Remake or Mario Odyssey. Like I would,
Mario Odyssey
Yeah.
could be one too. That game's like so.
It's either one or the other. Like I don't know.
That's like, if you want 100% that game, it's like a 50-hour time sink
Yeah.
right there. You can just do that over, and
Dude,
it's like that
like
game.
Mario
Yeah,
Odyssey brings out wonderful memories. Frickin', probably not so much for you if I were to say the burger, Baconator. I fucking love Baconators. They're so unhealthy,
Yeah.
but like every now and then, if I want to treat myself to something very
Yeah,
unhealthy,
exactly.
Baconator's gonna be it. What did I
Well-
catch? I got a seahorse,
Yo, bro.
and I don't have any room for it. Shit. Swap it.
Oh shit! I'm just trying to clap for you, but I didn't. Where's the
Yeah.
clapping one?
Yo, do you want 30 stones?
Sure. You can
There
never
you
have
go.
too much stones. My inventory's
There you
not
go.
full. Damn.
I do not
Next
believe I
question,
got
though, I
some.
guess. Jade Thornton asks, do you have anything cool planned for my New Horizons island? I'm having fun building a bar in my basement. Well, I mean, my island's pretty much well said and done. I don't think we really walked over to, like, the sports areas. I kind of got,
Yeah.
like,
I
I
seen
like-
the
I have a
field
running-
earlier,
yeah, I have a running gag of having the wrong ball where, like, you know, you play ball, it's the soccer.
Football.
So my Mark actually was in my town. He tweeted, I retweeted. It was really funny. He just goes, "Wrong football, dumbass." I got a little baseball diamond with like a fucking beach ball there. This is what I wanted to do. Is just have a
Soccer
bunch of
baseball.
ball cords. Soccer baseball. Well, here's
you ever
soccer
played that?
basketball. Or this is volleyball. Oh yeah, I used to play soccer baseball when I was a kid all the
Yeah.
time in school. I think in the States a lot of places call that kickball.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah, I kind of already did what I wanted to do, and then I had like the little area up there where it's like kind of dirt and it's like wrestling. That's kind of like my Lisa area up there. I'll go back
Yeah.
up there. What about you, Brady? I know your island hasn't come along as much as I have.
It's very still in the works, and because I still haven't even gotten terraforming yet, right? So
Oh,
I've just
damn,
been
yeah.
slowly trying to make like the neighborhood look a little bit nicer before I start doing any
Yeah.
major terraforming. But I've been wanting to like pay off my house entirely so I can build an arcade in my probably my
Yeah.
basement. I might do it
Once
in my
you
basement.
once you get the basement, you don't actually have to pay that last loan. The only thing that lasts, like, I think $2 or $3 million Bell loan gets you is just like being able to not upgrade, but change the exterior of your house for free.
Yeah.
That's all it does. So
Yeah.
once you get the basement, you don't really have to pay the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
There's not much I got planned on doing. I want to do more Egyptian stuff because I have like a little. I've
Yeah.
thought I put some kind of interesting other regionally stuff like the Moai statue and the Sphinx stuff from other
Yeah.
countries and other lands here. And I found out there's more Egyptian stuff. There's like pyramids and stuff. I want to have this spot here just Egyptian stuff. And then stuff over here. I'll probably move the Moai statue over here and have
Yo,
some
tell
different
me if I'm
stuff.
wrong though. This seems like it's like very like dream-esque, but did you have a tissue box cover of this fucker? 'Cause
Yes, in my bathroom.
Okay,
In my bathroom.
thank God, because like I was like, I know someone does.
Yeah,
I
that,
know
you would
someone
have seen
does.
that in my
Yeah.
bathroom. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's my mom. That's just a decoration my mom bought years
Yeah,
and years and
no.
years ago.
It's just one of
Yeah.
those things that I'm like, yeah, Moe head.
It's because I guess you would have
Yeah.
seen that every now and then, thinking, where did I see that from?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like I love those statues. I think they're really.
Yeah, they're very iconic. But yeah, let's move on to the next question. Mr. Businessman says, being somebody who has been to film school and knows a lot about them, what are yours and Brady's favorite and least favorite film/television cliches? Oh, I don't know. I don't really watch enough television to really know.
Yeah.
I guess like when there's a lot of components that don't have a payoff, like they try to introduce subplots or character things, like
Yeah.
in Breaking Bad when like Dean Norris's wife was stealing stuff all the time and that never got brought up. It was just like a kind of shallow way to try and develop that, like Skylar's sister. I think it was Skylar's sister. Yeah. And it just never really went. I don't know, stuff that just goes nowhere and they forget about. Like I guess writing that isn't careful and planned out and doesn't have a payoff. I guess that's kind of a cliche I don't like. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, no.
What about you?
I don't know. I think I've started to not enjoy laugh tracks as much as I used to.
Yeah.
A lot of sitcoms don't even involve laugh tracks anymore.
Yeah.
Because like they just like go off of like reaction of like the characters themselves.
Well, it's just telling you
Yeah.
to laugh is all that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I'd rather laugh at something that I find funny than you telling me to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's hard to tell when something's funny or not when you're hearing other people laugh at it, and then you don't know how your body would have naturally reacted, I find.
Yeah. No, one thing I've also started to realize, a lot of cartoons like we've grown up with, I guess, they start off with like, yeah, we're gonna tell like a full story throughout the episodes, like have continuations and like plots that are brought back up like throughout it, and then like they're very like flipsy flopsy on that, where it's like, yeah, we're just gonna have like a scenario for this episode and then a scenario for this episode, but remember this one thing that happened like at like the pilot episode, yeah, we're bringing that back. Like
I see.
Yeah, they can't
like,
decide.
Shows that like try to have a plot line but don't dedicate themselves to it.
Like Kim Possible has had those moments. Atomic Betty, I'm not sure if you've watched that.
I remember Atomic Betty, yeah.
Like Atomic Betty definitely had like those moments, and I'm just like, oh wow.
I feel like a show that did that really well though was Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
They had consistencies throughout the series that kind of like the characters themselves were a story, but they would never bring up old stuff. Yeah. It would just be like a constant, like once a new character was born, then Jamie's a character through the rest of the thing. Francis is in a different situation in each season, and then he gets married, and then his wife's a character throughout the whole thing, and then and they continue to play stories off of those scenarios without relying on the fact that you need to know where these scenarios came from.
They introduce new things, but they keep it rather frequent with their new scenarios.
Exactly. Yeah. So Malcolm's a show that's done that well.
Yeah.
But yeah. You want to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, so Max Dunevitz asked, I was curious, I love traveling and the outdoors, and I visit Michigan State every summer. If I hop the border to Canada, what's one place you recommend visiting? Not Hamilton, Ontario. Don't
Absolutely
go there.
Not.
That place sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really been to many places in Canada outside of the Maritimes, but if you're in Michigan and you're hopping the border, you're probably going to end up in Ontario.
Yeah, I'd recommend Toronto in general, just because.
Toronto's just a big city. That's the capital of Canada. That's like our New York. You got to go there if you're there. At least once. See the CN Tower. Yeah. Niagara Falls is a classic location. Yeah. They got theme parks and stuff there. Niagara Falls is close to around there. I'd say Toronto, Niagara Falls, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really a good person to ask. Those are kind of every Canadian's going to tell you those two things, but
if you can get to the Toronto Islands, looking at the city at night is a treat for sure.
Oh yeah,
like I absolutely loved it. Like seeing all like seeing the CN Tower like with its lights on. Yeah. Oh my god, dude! And it changes colors and stuff, and it's like, it's really nice. It's it's visually appealing, especially with like the other towers in the background, like rather large.
Next time we go to Ontario, I actually have to see more of that province than just Hamilton, because I landed in Hamilton last time.
Yeah,
and
no.
I don't want to go back there. I think if we should just travel over there once the quarantine's done.
Well, my plans were kind of put on hold, and that was one of the places I was going to be going again to visit my friend, right? So Toronto is going to be an obvious pick for me. I've also been given like I was asked by a YouTuber if we want to hang out next time I'm in the area. Canadian guy, he covers Crash Bandicoot and Spyro News and all that stuff. He's actually a friend of Cartoon Gamer, so I got to find out about that, and then we talked about our displeasement of Hamilton.
Yeah.
So we were like, it's pretty crazy there, and
I mean the locals probably know better than anything.
Yeah, he asked me, he's like, yo, you want to going to Con Bravo anytime soon? I was like, I went there once, and I don't think I'm going to go there again if they're going to hold it in the same place.
I mean, if they bring it to a better location, maybe I'd consider going again. But I don't want to go to Hamilton. That place was crackhead city.
Like, there were some really nice places there. It's just...
Yeah.
It was, like, just the environment of, like, the people just treating each other like crap.
One of the highest... It has, the highest hate crime rate in all of Canada.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know that because, like, on my last day, I went to the dollar store and I was called a racial slur. Like,
someone yelled the N-word at you. Yeah. I've never seen that here. That was crazy. God damn. Yeah. But not Hamilton. Don't go there.
Yeah, don't go there.
You want to do the next one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. This is from Noah Nesbitt. I was rewatching your Decline of Game Bags video. Oh, that's an old one. And I noticed you had a volume of Higurashi. I literally just found the sound novel adaptation of the... I don't know how to pronounce that chapter. And without spoiling anything, I want to know what you think of the series. I was huge into Higurashi when I was in high school. I still have the majority of the manga. I don't have all of it. I haven't read all the manga. I read the TV show. I think Higurashi is a really interesting concept, and they explore that concept really cool. I could not get through the first couple of sound novels, though, because they focus too much on the casual interactions. They're just like, we're at a picnic doing nothing, and we're at a carnival doing nothing. I couldn't fucking stand that. I think the manga is actually the best way to consume that series. Again, that's just kind of generally what I hear. I've only read the first handful of mangas. I've read all of the question arcs. I haven't read all the answer arcs. I don't have them all. Someday I want to go back to it. But yeah, that's a really, really interesting series. I don't know. I haven't watched it or read it since high school, but yeah, that was one of my favorites back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question from Pappy. Just a few questions. I noticed you have a Kyle Hyde poster. Want to know if you ever plan on doing a video on Hotel Dusk? Yes, I do. That is one of my favorite DS games. Someday I will cover that. But again, there's a trillion things I want to cover, so it could end up happening in 2030 for all I know. I don't know. Yeah. Another question I have for you and Brady is, what are some of the rarest games you have in your collections? Do you want to go first?
Oh God.
Or do you want me to give you some time to think?
I got Klonoa 2 and Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Those are I kind of pricey. Punky Skunk is like one that I say is getting up there with value. But aside from that, like I'm not too sure about like rarity more or less on mine, because like I haven't done a lot of price checking. Yeah. Mischief Maker, I guess.
I have Mischief Makers. Someone donated that to me.
Yeah.
I've got a handful of rare donations. If anyone who donated these games, thank you. I know I said that before in the email, but holy shit, thank you. Someone gave me Haunting Ground. Someone gave me a copy of Kuon for PS2, which is one of the fucking most expensive like PS2 games. It doesn't have the case though. I want to get the case. It's just one of those horror games I want to review, so someone sent it to me. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I think the most expensive and rare game I've bought myself that wasn't a donation is LSD Dream Emulator. I have a copy of that. I remember buying that with my first paycheck from Shoppers when I used to work retail, and I still want to cover that someday, but I really want to do it justice because that's a game that meant a lot to me in high school. Very strange, interesting thing. I don't really think anyone's really dived into that properly without coming out of it just saying that was weird. You know, there's a lot of real dream psychology involved in that thing, and I really want to. But again, it's on the list of trillions of other games that I'll get to someday. You got anything else?
Not really. I can't really think of many that are rare. Aside from like I guess like my outlook on them being like, yeah, they're very valuable. But
yeah. So in the end, value is a personal thing. It's how much you're gonna pay for it. Depends on how much you're attached to the thing. Yeah, like e-reader cards, for example. I was willing to blow too much money on those for the video because I care about them.
Well, I mean, amiibos, I guess, are like the rare video game thing I have.
Oh yeah, you got every amiibo, including a lot of the rare ones.
Yeah, like every single one. I seen what was it in the Discord? Someone was like, "Yo, did anybody know if Brady got those Dark Skylanders yet?" Because like I could look into it. I was like, nah, I got them.
You got those.
Very last minute it was like, I gotta get them. But I pushed by and got them. I'll tell you something this quarantine has me on stress about is release dates for amiibos. Being like, I don't know if they're going to ever plan on dropping something or like being like, yo, they're in the works now. And I'm like, oh shit, this better get done and over with now.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm telling you right now, ordering online is a pain in the ass.
Oh, it sucks right now because the United States Postal Service has been like completely neglected by the government. It's all mess. It's a mess down there. I've been getting stuff like 4 weeks late.
Yeah.
Because of it. I'm just trying straight up not to order from the U.S. right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit sucks, but I mean, what can you do? Hopefully they fix that shit.
Yeah.
Another question from Evan. Have I ever thought about playing the Darksiders games for the channel? If they fit the type of game you review, I think they own. Well, Evan, hate to break your heart. I played the first Darksiders thinking it'd be fun, and I fucking hated it. It is the exact kind of game I do not like. I thought it was visually uninteresting. I found the combat really boring, and I don't know. I found it dull as fuck. I didn't like that game. I fucking
Dang.
thought that game was boring as fuck. I know a lot of people
Darn.
love it, and that's fine, but I mean, nothing about that game clicks with me. Like
Yeah.
aesthetically, the theme, that type of gameplay. And I get it's like people are like, oh, you like it because you like Zelda. It's like Zelda. It has similar elements that you could compare to Zelda, but at its core, that is a very different type of game.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
it's the kind of game I'm not interested in. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Brady? You ever play Darksiders?
I've really had no interest in it. It's something that hasn't caught my eye. I mean, I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know if I like it or not. But
I got the first two on sale on PSN one time. On PS4, they're like $5 each, and I bought both of them. And I played the first like 3 hours of the first one. I just nothing about that thing clicked with me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still open for interpretation, I guess, like opened for liking and disliking. So,
Yeah, you don't know yet 'cause you got to give it a chance
Yeah.
sometime. Yeah. I mean, at least I gave it a chance sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go back to it sometime, but I don't know. Next one from Mood. Do you have a game series that was good but don't want to see another entry in? I don't know. I think the idea of like, don't make another one, you'll ruin the previous ones. Is like, I don't care if they made another Mother and it sucked. Who gives a shit? We still have the first three. I don't know. I don't really care. There's not anything I really like that I don't want to see another sequel in. Like, Bloodborne is an amazing standalone game. Does not need a sequel. But if they announced Bloodborne 2, I would not object. Even if it didn't even hold a candle to the first one,
Yeah.
I'd still buy it. I'd still play it. I'm sure I'd get some enjoyment out of it. Sure. I can go for more Bloodborne.
Oh God.
I don't know. I don't know if you feel the same way.
I see when I see that I'm like I don't really know because like there are games like I guess Metal Gear Solid that's really like the only one I can think of because like I mean Kojima's no longer part of Konami, right?
Yeah.
And
I mean,
they,
like,
they
the thing
already
is-
tried their
Yeah.
chance at a sequel, which was
I was gonna say,
Metal
like,
Gear
they made Metal
Survive.
Gear Survive,
So,
but no one
yeah.
just acknowledges it. Like, that story came and went. No one
Yeah.
remembers it. No one cares about it at the end. That's
So,
that's all it's gonna. That's
like,
that's
I
the
guess-
worst that can happen.
I guess really is don't make another attempt unless you're selling the IP, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Because
All
there
right,
was rumors about that going around.
Yeah, there was
yeah.
rumors that Kojima was directing a new thing,
Yeah.
but I think that's all
It's been debunked.
malarkey. I
Yeah.
think it's just rumors and junk.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next question from Leo Garcia. Which aspects of film production were the most interesting to learn about at film school? Stuff they never really thought about or didn't know were done a certain way. Cinematography was definitely that for me. Because I thought cinematography was just pointing cameras at things and making it look good, which I felt like I was always decent with framing. But there's a lot more to cinematography than framing. Cinematography is very much about the look of the picture, period. So it's a lot of color. It's a lot of lighting. I learned a lot about lighting. I had no idea how much was involved in lighting. You need so many lights. You need gels. You got to position them right. You got to know where to put them. You got to know how to light up your actors in a way that kind of gives them a crisp, glowing outline so they kind of stand out from the background, which is something I'd never even knew about. But yeah, that was my favorite thing in film school was lighting and cinematography. It was something I never really knew I loved until all of it was in front of me and I could interact with it. I was like, holy shit, this clicks, I'm good at this. I like this. This is great. Yeah. I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
Lights and gels are cool.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you like lights and gels too, yeah. But
Yeah.
Another question from Eric Shaleko. If money and time were no object, what passion project would I do? I would make feature-length films of all of my... I would make a Bloodborne film. Like, somehow. I would make all of those monsters. I would make them big. I'd make the costumes. I'd pay all people to make all this happen. I would make a amazing Bloodborne movie, and it would be a silent movie. Well, not literally silent, but there would be no spoken dialogue in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Somehow.
I obvious would be the WarioWare musical, the short
Yeah.
film series, and a Captain Amiibo movie, like a superhero who uses amiibo as his powers.
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was another idea I had. just like everyday Joe, I guess myself, and then having the power to use amiibos.
How are you? Your posture's different than me in Animal Crossing. Your arms are out, mine's on my knees.
That's probably because I waved. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That was I had no idea that could happen. Anyway, sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Bullshit that doesn't matter.
It's fine. But yeah, so like like a Captain Amiibo movie. Tap the amiibos, you get like abilities, like say like Mario. I guess like fireballs, cape, Donkey Kong, brute strength, and like things like that. It's very very typical traits of these characters.
Yeah,
being tapped into your wrist, and then you get those abilities.
It's like Ben 10, but with amiibos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brady 12.
Cool. Brady 12. Brady 247, or however many there are.
God, Jesus. I think there's like almost 200 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
198. Mario 198. Or Mario. Wait. 128. Brady 128. There it is.
Yeah.
Another question from Mariah Rios. If you could have lunch or time to hang out with any video game character, who would you choose to spend that time with, and why? God, I don't know. Probably an Animal Crossing character. I'd love to hang out with Bob. He seems like a chill dude.
I'd love to have a lunch with 4 Animal Crossing characters. That being Rover, Raymond, Isabelle, and Bob.
That, or I would want somebody who's just like a nutcase, like some like mad rambling man from Bloodborne, just because that'd be entertaining and interesting to listen to him talk about the universe. Some crazy nut job that I just want to sit there and listen to and be like, yeah.
I'd like to play video games with King DDD.
Yeah. Why?
He's a goof. He's a goof.
He's a goof. He is a goof.
Yeah, like he comes off as threatening, but he's like real uncle.
You know what? He's got crazy uncle vibes to him.
Yeah.
Uncle DDD.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah. All right. Well, another question from Parfait. Are you ever going to return to the indie RPG demos you gave Spotlight, like Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass? Probably not. I know, like, I kind of left a lot of people hanging with a handful of those videos where I cover, like, the demos. Like, I did that with, like, Ghost Hospital and stuff like that. But honestly, I just find it way more interesting to cover things that are new than revisit, like, the same old indie project.
Yeah.
Certain games I've done that for. Like, I do want to do that for some platformers, because I feel like I'm just better at reviewing those now, and platformers are what I'm most interested in. But the indie games have always been, like, the B interest of the channel, so not as interested in revisiting some of those things. I know I did that for One Shot, but that was a little different, where they remade it into a full game, and I also really, really loved One Shot. Yeah, I don't know. It would have to depend, but the answer for now, I'm just going to have to say no. Yeah. Joseph asks, where the hell is Jet Set Radio 3? Have you gotten to the series? I don't know where Jet Set Radio 3 is. I don't think it's anywhere because it doesn't exist. It probably never will. Hate to break it to you, but I would love Jet Set Radio 3. I love Jet Set Radio. Have I gotten to the series? When I was in daycare, when I was like super young, probably like 7 years old, I would go to daycare and I watched the big kids play Dreamcast, and it was Jet Set Radio they were always playing. And I remember one time all the big kids were outdoors playing. It was a nice summer day. They wanted us to go outdoors, but I snuck back in and I played a shit ton of Jet Set Radio. And
it was your turn.
It was my turn. Yeah. Big kids never gave the little kids a turn until they were all outdoors. Then it was the little kids' time. Yeah, that's fun. And then I bought a Dreamcast in high school with my first job at Toys R Us. And Jet Set Radio was the first game I bought for it. Yeah, it was just one of those things I grew up with as a kid, thought about a lot, and was reunited with in high school. And yeah, it's one of my favorite games. What about you? You like Jet Set? I know you love.
Oh yeah,
Jet Set.
I love Jet Set Radio. It's a lot of fun. I bought it on Vita to play it, and it holds up well. It's a pretty good game on there.
It does hold up really well, just because of how simple it is. Like, how do you do a backflip? You jump. As long as you're going kind of fast, you'll do a little flip.
Yeah, no, it is momentum based, and I like that.
Very much so. The channels,
I wish we could get a third one, because like, goddamn, like the music on that, like Hideki Naganuma needs a new Jet Set Radio, because I'm sick and tired of seeing him posting Family Guy memes.
Yeah,
like the internet has ruined him. Yeah.
He needs a new outlet for something creative. I know he had that with Lethal League Blaze, which was really really cool. Some of the songs are dope. But I think a new Jet Set Radio is what that guy needs to kind of get those juices flowing again. But yeah,
because what was it? Lethal League was like good for him. Like he did music in that, but like he needs a Jet Set Radio.
Needs to channel that old energy he used to have.
Yeah.
But yeah, question from Demon Claws. Hey guys, something I found and missed and oh, this is a long fucking question. Jesus Christ, let me just try and cut to the chase here. PS2 later came back for kind of. Yeah, I think I know what you're asking. Like, do I feel like AAA games have like sterilized a bit and they've kind of lost their zing or creativity? Some of them have. I think like there's the big offenders, EA, Ubisoft. They kind of just kind of pump out the same old stuff, and I think Ubisoft's one of the better ones because at least they're doing some interesting things. Some of those newer Assassin's Creed games have been rather good and interesting. So the Watch Dogs 2 was a big surprise. It depends on the company. I really wish we could see more creative and more risk taking, because that's kind of a thing I mention a lot. Like, you saw a lot of experimental weird stuff in the late 90s, early 2000s, like with GameCube and PS1, and I really missed that, and that you don't see anymore. But I wouldn't say that like the AAA games are getting homogenized as much as like that zaniness has kind of like faded and is now limited mostly just to indies. But yeah, it would be cool to see that stuff come back. It is really cool seeing like the kind of the B studios kind of come in again. With games like Super Lucky Tale, Playtonic is a B grade studio, and they kind of like found their footing with that second ukulele game that was actually really freaking good.
Oh yeah, no, it was good. It was. Really
there's still people making B games. The company that made the Sinking City, that's like clunkily made game, but that's also like rather interesting and really cool. But it's just hard to get those experiences that are like polished now, because those ideas don't get enough money to make them like really good. Pathologic is another interesting example. Pathologic 2 just came out. That's like a really interesting, like not very accessible kind of for people looking for very specific types of strange and interesting experiences. So that stuff hasn't gone away. It's just I do wish we would see more of it. I guess. I don't know if that's really what you're asking, but there's my answer. Sorry.
If I had all the money in the world, I would get a development team for video games and as well buy the rights to Punky Skunk. I would make a 3D platformer for Punky Skunk, 64-bit. That's what I would.
Yeah. You want to move on to the next one now?
Yeah.
All right. Courtney Jackson asks, "What's your favorite ice cream flavor?" I like vanilla.
Vanilla's good. It's been a while since I had it, but
I don't really eat ice cream much these days because I'm lactose intolerant.
I like strawberry. Strawberry is good. I like
strawberry is good. Actually, I'm changing my answer to strawberry because I always get strawberry milkshakes, and milkshakes just strawberry ice cream. So there you go.
Slap.
There you go. Strawberry milkshake's my favorite ice cream flavor. Chris Reed asks, "Do you fellas ever plan on moving away from NS after university? I plan on moving away from here because because pursuing a career in film is pretty dang hard to do here." Yeah, it is, but I don't see much reason to, because I kind of found my footing as an independent creator, and I'm kind of satisfied with that. I think for most filmmakers that like aren't as fortunate as me to kind of stumble upon a YouTube career by accident, like the idiot I am, I can totally understand you want to get out of here, and there's better opportunities out in Ontario and British Columbia, and like my friend Justin after film school, he ducked out of here. He's gone. He moved over to British Columbia, and he's got work over there. But I don't ever plan on moving. I feel kind of I don't know. I'm too attached to home. Like all my friends live here. My family lives here. I don't know if I could. I wouldn't have an easy time leaving.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've had like what if moments in my life where it's like I would move to Toronto. Like I thought it would be cool to do that, but I have such a strong connection to people like James, like my friends, right, and my family. Like I'm the one source that my grandmother has to like live on. Like I'm living to help support her, and Kai as well. Like Kai gets anxious to the idea of like traveling, even because like people are very judgmental on people, let alone like whether no matter the gender or the race or ethnicity, I should say, right? So it's tricky when you have strong connections to and just like people you love and care about to move away. So I'm doubtful I'm gonna.
I think so. I think what you're saying is like there's a sense of community where you are now, and you kind of feel safe in that, and that's gonna vanish if you leave. I guess.
Yeah. As well as like
I feel very much the same way.
Yeah. I feel safe. However, I'm worried that other people won't feel safe if I leave. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much of an impact I have on others, but they sure as hell have an impact on me. Right. So.
Yeah. And the end, you know, what it really boils down to is I'm happy here. I love my hometown. And I don't have much reason to go anymore now that I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Plus, traveling's good for vacations, right?
I love Nova Scotia. I'll probably live here forever.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. Yeah. Next question from Travis Eyeshide. Oh, is that how you pronounce it? Remember we debated on how to pronounce that, and then you clarified. Now I don't remember again. It's Eyeshide, right? Eyeshide. I shit. I'm gonna shit your pants.
Are you
Travis.
able to go back to the last post?
I'm gonna steal, Travis. I'm gonna steal your pants, and I'm gonna poop in them.
James, that's fucking disgusting, and I don't ever want to hear you say you're going to do that to someone.
I don't know. I just
say that you're going to steal their lunch money or something, not shit in their pants.
No, see, I was going to say I'm going to shit my pants, but I accidentally said I'm going to shit your pants, and that was just really funny, and I played off of that. I don't know. Anyway, sorry about that, Travis.
I'm going to raise my hand and tell you to go to the bathroom.
Do you guys have any fond memories of video game magazines? Here in the U.S., I used to read GamePro, Electronic EGM, and of course Nintendo Power. I miss reading them, but understand why they don't make them anymore. Yeah, dude. That used to be the source of all information. You know, I never had a subscription. I think I had one or two magazines as a kid that, like, my mom bought for me for birthday. She saw it at the store or whatever. But my friend, when I was a kid, I was friends with a guy named Justin, and I used to always go over to his house. He got Nintendo Power magazines in every month. He had every single one because he had subscriptions every single year. And, like, every time he'd get in a new one, we'd sit together in his living room, and we'd like flip through it together, and we'd see all the new games coming out, and it was amazing. And obviously that is like, yeah, there's better ways to get that information out there, but that experience is something I miss dearly. And it's like part of why I try to rely on magazines as a resource for like B-roll and research for my videos. Like, again, like I did that as recently as the Ty the Tasmanian Tiger video. I looked up when that company was running those ads, and I found out it was November of this year or whatever. So I tried to find if I had any Nintendo Power magazines or EGM, because I have a couple EGM, I have a couple of GamePro that I got like just from other people. I have tons of Nintendo Power now because my dad got a bunch from a friend. I bought my friend Lucas's entire stock of them, and then I bought a bunch off of Kijiji. Sometimes I buy them on eBay. I got tons of Nintendo Power just to use in videos. And lo and behold, I had the one from the month. They ran the ad, flipped through the whole thing, and I found that infamous print ad for Ty the Tasmanian Tiger with everyone in bandages, and I
love that ad. I love that ad. Because like I'm like, Crash. Oh shit.
That is my favorite thing about making videos, when I get to do that kind of film stuff. Again, I was talking about that earlier with the e-reader stuff. I fucking love that shit. What about you, Brady? You probably have a lot to say about this too.
God, I lived for Nintendo Power and tips and tricks. Like, like I absolutely love those because like I would see advertisements for the upcoming games, news articles on games that I've already played or are planning on playing. So I would get like a review on those, as well as like codes for games I'm already playing, right? So they were just like awesome sources of like what we couldn't obtain because the internet wasn't as big of a thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And now it's like at the tip of our fingers. But the funny thing is that we gained so much but we actually lost a little bit along the way because like there's just like information you can only get in those magazines that haven't been properly I guess
Archived.
preserved or archived.
Yeah, and I mean, as somebody that's always looking up like Game Pro issue 73 PDF, and I can't find it because no one's
Yeah.
put that online. And like, there's a lot of Nintendo Power magazines that are not on archive.org, and
Yeah.
I'll spend hours looking for them, and it's just like the only way I'm going to get this information is if I get all these physical magazines. It's
Yeah.
bizarre. But it's so interesting looking back through them. You see what people thought of those games back in the day, which
Yeah.
like people often think like when games are new, people have a different attitude towards them.
Yeah.
And freaking that shit's so cool. I love that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great.
You want to move on to the final question? Actually, I think we got two last ones because there's another one on.
Final question.
You got
Okay.
two last questions. Okay.
Oh, whew, you had me worried.
Do we have some overarching goal or big project that I'm working or slowly working towards with my channel? I know the April Fool's videos are always big, but I was curious if there's anything else in the works besides the regular monthly videos. No, not really. I mean, the April Fool's thing was kind of my first go at trying something bigger than the scope
Yeah.
of a usual video. As of now, I just like having job security. I have a whole Frogger series I'm going to do, so I don't have to worry about thinking about, oh god, what I'm going to do next. I got a whole series, and that's just what I'm going to be doing for now. Don't have any big plans, no. And the last question is, have we played Bioshock or Bioshock Infinite? No, I've never played any of those games. What about you, Brady?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
there you go. Do you like my profile pic? Sorry if you can't see it. It's just a Shrek gif. I don't know. I never watched Shrek. Never really cared for Shrek. Never really.
I
really
can't
cared
see
about
it
Shrek.
because I'm not looking at the questions.
It's like a gif of Shrek running around or something. It's
Oh.
Shrek coming out of the outhouse. He stretches.
Oh yeah.
It's just the intro of Shrek, but sped up.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
I think it's the whole Shrek movie sped up into a gif. I think that's what it
What
is.
the fuck?
I've seen people do
Jeez.
that. That's like kind of a funny meme. It's like, we're going to sped up the whole movie to be a minute long, and it's a gif on Twitter.
I know we jumped to the last question quick, but going back to the previous one, I mean, for I guess projects, really.
Oh, yeah, I completely skipped. Yeah, because the question was aimed at me with my channel, but I probably should have
Yeah.
asked you. Sorry about that.
No, like I guess for like what is it? Projects and ideas. I guess really all I'm doing is saving up in getting higher quality equipment.
Yeah.
Because like I invested in a better keyboard than what I had. Just so like I know what I'm typing because I had one of those super flat ones and now I have the buttons that are like hoisted up.
Yeah.
So it's better for me to play video games on that if I'm streaming those, as well as I'm saving towards getting a stream deck for transitioning to different screens, sounds, etc., etc. Like it's a really helpful tool when you're streaming, just because like hotkeys are a thing, but like they're also a pain in the ass to try to remember.
Is that
Because,
that
like-
device I saw one guy had on Twitter where he had like light up panels? It was like it was every rank in Sonic Adventure, and he could click each
Yeah,
one to
yeah.
play that. But yeah, those things
Yeah.
are cool as hell. If you got one of those, that'd be dope.
Yeah, they are. They roughly go for like 300 to or like about I think it's 100 and something to like 300 depending on which one you get. I'm trying to get one that has about 15 buttons on it, and then so that would be about around like 200 and something.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna save up for that because
Right
like
on.
I got a better chair now, and it doesn't squeak. So that's definitely something that's helpful when it comes to streaming. Less disruption. Pop filter, foam on the mic, foam cover.
So you're kind of just doing what I was doing back when I was
Yeah.
working retail, just saving up for all the equipment you're going to need.
Yeah.
That's a good investment because that stuff lasts you a lifetime.
Yeah.
I still have all that stuff. I still use it. It's still helpful. Yeah.
I still got to get a camera though, so like that's one thing.
I
Like
could
I gotta.
just Brady, just buy a 20 mil lens for Lumix camera, and I'll just give you my GH3.
Are you
'Cause
sure?
Remember, I told you that, and I forgot about that. I still have that like in my closet, and I never use it.
Because like I'm gonna be getting these government checks, so I could
Oh,
I could
for
order
unemployment and
Yeah.
the quarantine
so
stuff.
I could
Right,
order
yeah.
a lens and get that
Yeah,
started.
I think a 20 mil lens is like $200.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
There you go, $200 camera. I'll hook you up. Yeah.
Wow, you are the best, like, literally. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like, that camera's not worth nothing to me anymore. I'm not using it. You may as
Yeah.
well. I mean, like, maybe not, like, keep it forever.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, yeah.
But, like, just,
it'd
like,
be good
even-
for you to have. Yeah. You just need to get a lens for it. That's all. Because
Yeah,
I
no.
can't give you the lens. I kind of need that.
Oh, no, obviously. Like, that would just
yeah,
be taking
because I
away
use that on
from-
my new camera. Yeah,
from
because
your
I got a
shit.
GH5 now, so I don't need the 3.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no.
Um,
This is...
So we were gonna end this with a Final Fantasy spoiler cast, but this has like gone on for almost 2 hours.
We can save it for next time because it helps me get my thoughts organized.
That would
because, like,
if you
yeah.
want to like let it kind of cook in the back of your mind
Yeah.
there, or let it sit, let it sizzle, and then you
Yeah.
know. Okay, and we can do that next time. Okay, sorry that we kind of promised at the beginning of the podcast and we don't have that this
Next
time.
time. Next
This
time.
went on.
we got-
This went on so long, Brady. Honestly, I think this is one of the best conversations we've had in a while.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah, it
Animal
just,
Crossing.
like, yeah, dude. It's like honestly, I think just Animal Crossing gave us like it just put us in a better space.
Yeah. Because,
And
like, you are
yeah.
here, but, like, you're not. So, like, it's...
yeah, it was
Yeah.
way better than last time, where freaking it was just the three of us all tired and boring.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I think this is one of the best podcasts we've done in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that wraps things up. Thanks, Brady, for coming on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for being part of this. Thanks for listening, everybody. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the people around you. And we'll see you next month with another podcast where we talk about Final Fantasy VII. We'll just do like a spoiler cast at some point, and
Yeah.
that'll just be the podcast.
Yeah.
That won't be the main podcast. We might just do that as a separate side thing on our Patreons.
Absolutely.
But yeah. All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
See you guys.
Take care, guys.